time. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So here we discuss that what is latent heat. I told you that the latent heat is the amount of heat energy required to change the substance from one state to another, So at constant temperature, you know that whenever there is a change occurring in the state, it occurs at a constant temperature. During the change of state, the temperature does not change. This is the basic point which you must remember. Okay. So latent heat basically is the amount of heat. It is not a temperature. Remember this, that latent heat is the amount of heat required to change the substance from one state to another at constant temperature. Now you will have to see that which state you are considering. For example, in the first case, the specific latent heat of fusion. Now here in the case of specific latent heat of fusion, we are basically discussing the solid state to liquid state, or from liquid to solid. That's why I use the word vice versa. So the specific latent heat of fusion is the amount of heat energy required to change 1 kg of solid into liquid. Okay, 1 kg of solid into liquid and vice versa without change in temperature. So the formula for latent heat of fusion will be Q is equal to M into LF. Here Q is the amount of heat energy and small l is representing the latent heat, and F can be used to show that it is the latent heat of fusion. So if we are making LF as a subject of the formula, so it will be Q over M. Now, latent heat of vaporization. Now, latent heat of vaporization is the heat energy required to change 1 kg of liquid into vapor state and vice versa. Again, from liquid to vapor or vapor to liquid without change in temperature. In the same way, the formula is the same, except instead of F, we are using V to specify that here we are considering the latent heat of vaporization, just to distinguish between latent heat of fusion, F for fusion, and V for vaporization. So the formula is Q is equal to M into LV. In the same way, if you make LV as a subject of the formula, then LV is equal to Q over M. Okay, now molecular explanation of the latent heat is this, that since there is strong forces of attraction between solid as well as liquid molecules, so energy is required to overcome the strong intermolecular forces of attraction in solid and liquid. So the amount of energy required for this purpose is called latent heat. The latent heat changes the substance from one state to another at constant temperature. Okay, now we are going to discuss heating curve. So remember this, that what is heating curve?